This video is designed to help you navigate your Taskstream portfolio for English 4433. The first thing you want to do is gather all of the materials that you need. There's a whole section in eCourses that includes the link to the Taskstream system, your required cover page that you need to fill out, a sample resume. If you don't follow this format, you will lose points, and the materials you need to do your degree audit and GPA calculations. In addition to these materials, you need a reflective letter. You need your original and revised paper number 1, your original and revised paper number 2, all of your drafts that you've completed for 4433, the seminar paper, and the link to your teaching site. All of these can be done in Word, they can be converted to PDF. The file format doesn't really matter. Once you've gathered everything, don't wait till the last minute, you'll be sorry if you do. Find the green puzzle piece icon and enter the Taskstream system. Now you've been here before when you uploaded your revised paper 2. This time, however, I want you to go somewhere different. Instead of clicking directly on your DRF program for English, I want you to go up to the top, next to the home icon, where it says Folios and Web Pages. Click here. You are creating an online portfolio. Go ahead and give it a title. This can be anything that you like. It should just be distinctive enough so you can distinguish this portfolio from one you might be doing for communications or for teacher certification. I'll call mine Special Topics, and then I click the orange Create New button. All right, I've made this a little bit larger, so hopefully it's easier to see. Click on General Purpose Templates. These are already loaded in Taskstream. And notice that there's a whole bunch of options. You can go ahead and not use a template. If you feel comfortable creating from scratch, that's fine. You might want to use the showcase portfolio because you are showing off your work. You can use professional development, reflective. Like any template, what all of these portfolios do is they give you preloaded options. As with your Google site, if you choose a template, you might have to go in and delete things. I recommend that you try the Showcase portfolio. We can go ahead and preview it. Notice here it says biographical essay. I could quickly change that to reflective essay. I do need a resume. It says academic products. I could add all of my papers here. Employment products, I could delete this, or I could change it to English 4433 products. I do not care what template you choose, how you format your portfolio. All I will be looking for is that you include everything and that everything is reasonably high quality. The Showcase portfolio is probably going to require the least amount of editing from you, so I do recommend it. Now, I get to select my theme. I'm only in the second tab, Style. I can always go back and change this, unlike the case with Google Sites. So pick one that feels like you, that you like, represents your personality. Unlike our Mahara ePortfolio system, you have a lot more choices with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do Label, just for the heck of it. Then it allows me to decide, do I want my navigation on the vertical? Do I want it on the horizontal? Do I want to change my color? I can do all sorts of things. I can then preview it to see how it looks to other people. Pretty boring. Once I'm happy with my current theme, I go ahead and click the orange Apply button. So now over on the left-hand side, under My Style, it has my theme. Once I've selected my style, I can go to the third tab at the top, Edit Content. There is help embedded in Taskstream. How do I add, delete, move, copy, publish, share options? I'm going to go through this as well, but you might find these explanations better, clearer. So please make use of everything that you can find. The first thing I probably want to do is change my text and image section. I want to edit it. Otherwise, the default is going to show up on my home page. I can always go back and change my page title if I want to. I can type a nice little introduction. Keep in mind, although you might not be thinking of it this way, your capstone portfolio can be shared with employers to show what you are capable of as a writer, researcher, and critical thinker. I can change my font. I can change the alignment. I can change the color with all of these menu options that are a lot like a standard word processor. If I like, I can insert an image using the Add an Image to your text section. It'll ask, do I want to upload my own image or do I want to choose from stock images? So there are a lot of different sort of icons. A lot of people like to choose something with books and say, yes, I want this one. I want it in the center. Save and return. Here now is my text and image section. Well, how does it actually look? I can always go over here to Web View, which will show me exactly how my portfolio is going to look. So it has my image, it has my welcome. Here's my theme that was purple. Looks good so far. I can just X out of this tab, which takes me back to my editing page. Notice that the biographical essay and resume are actually included on the first page. I'm going to go ahead and edit my biographical essay. The first thing I'm going to do is rename it. I'm going to call it my reflective letter because that's what I need to have for 4433. All I've done is rename this section. How do I actually add my reflective letter? I'm going to go through a couple of your options here. The most straightforward option for putting your letter directly on your page is main text. I can type or paste my reflective letter directly into this box. Once I'm done and I've finished all my formatting, I click Save and Return. Your reflective letter should be much longer. I'm just trying to give you an example. I have a main text section for reflective letter. I'm going to click on Web View just to see how things are proceeding. I still have my image and my little welcome, but now my reflective letter shows up here. You might imagine as my reflective letter gets longer, there's going to be a lot of scrolling that needs to be done on this web page. What are my other options in this template? I could just go ahead and use an attachment. Let's say I've already written my reflective letter as a Word document, and that's all I want available in this area. It's very easy to upload from a computer or to attach something that I've already uploaded elsewhere in Taskstream. You can drag files directly into the window, or you can use the manual upload, add files. I can rename my file, I can add a description. I'm going to click Upload and Close. Here's my currently attached uploaded file. That's what I want. Save and return. Now, I not only have my main text section, but I have an attachment section. How is this going to look? I have both. I don't need both. You may be happier putting it in main text. You may be happier having it as an attachment. You can delete whatever section you don't want to keep. I'm going to delete my main text section and just keep it as an attachment. I can do the same for my resume if I like. I can do the same for my resume. I go to Resume. Where do I go to add an attachment? The Attachments area, and so on. Honors and Awards. I might want to rename to Degree Audit because that is a section that I need. I can do another attachment here if I don't want the whole world seeing my degree audit and my GPA calculations. I really don't have publications or a section called publications that I need to use. I can click on this and then simply delete the area. It says it will be permanently deleted. Am I sure I want to do this? I am. I can always go back and add an area if I change my mind. Now the showcase portfolio leaves me with academic products and employment products. Academic products, I'm going to rename revised papers. Remember, I need 2 originals and 2 revisions. Sections are already loaded for me, so I could have revision 1, revision 2. With employment products, it might make sense to rename this to capstone work, English 4433, special topics, and then product type 1 could be my draft 1, product type 2, my draft 2. I need to add a link to my teaching project as well. How do I do that? At the bottom of your page, there are various sections that you can add. One says links. I name my link. I'm putting in my Madame Bovary site. Link to an external website URL. Here's where I would paste in my Google Sites. I can test it to make sure, is that the page I want? Yes, it is. Hooray. Add link, currently attached, save and return. How's this going to look in my web view? It says capstone work, web links, products. Well, I can get everything in here. I might want to add a main text section to give a little bit of context. Here's what the work is for, if I foresee using this professionally in the future. If I'm just trying to get the project done, I might leave it as is and just start working with my different sections. Call this draft 1, attach my paper. Rename the other one draft 2, attach my paper. This is one way to put together your capstone portfolio. Hang on, and I'm going to show you some slightly different options. Here's the most basic way you can do your portfolio for 4433. I have a section called Files. Here's everything I need, honestly in no particular order, a link to my teaching project. That's it. This is not something I would want to use professionally because this says I really didn't care how this is put together or learning how to use this software. I just had to include all this stuff, the end. Maybe you want to do something a little more thoughtful. This one gives a description of what this capstone portfolio is all about. This is more like the showcase portfolio. When I go into special topics work, here's draft 1. You'll also see that there are descriptions for each paper. This simply shows more thought, more work, more care. You're not going to get extra credit for doing this. All I am looking for is that you include all of the work. Here's an example of how you could load your resume in as something other than an attachment. If you're thinking professionally, it might be a good idea to have the resume and then also include an attached Word document so people can download it and take it with them. Once you are satisfied with how your portfolio looks, you have included absolutely everything, you have gone through the checklist rigorously 3 times, you are ready to save and submit your work. So you've worked through the Style tab, you've worked through the Edit Content tab. Everything is still hidden from view until you go to tab number 4, Publish Share. You can email the folio, you can create a PDF for your records. What I want you to do is publish to the web. I need to click the Publish button. I can create a customized web address, whatever I want. I can require a password. If I do this, I need to provide Dr. Wakefield with the password for my portfolio so she can see it. This customized web address is fine with me. Publish. Then it tells me, here's my address. It's easy just to copy and paste this. I can always go and view my published URL. So now I'm done, right? Yahoo! My portfolio is published. Published is not the same as turned in, submitted for credit. I have just made it possible to turn in my folio. There are some final steps you need to take to submit your capstone portfolio. Go back to the home page. Find the DRF program for English, and then find special topics. Essay Revision 1, we skipped. Essay Revision 2, you should have uploaded to practice the Taskstream system. And then finally, there's Complete Folio. Click here. It reminds you of all the elements that the portfolio needs. This is also a place to get the documents for the cover page, your audit forms, the resume template. And notice that the system is essentially screaming at me. Let me make this a little bit larger. To begin, select the type of content you would like to add. Okay, my only option, attachments. Well, I've been here before. This time I'm not using upload from computer. I want an artifact created in Taskstream because I've built a portfolio. It'll ask me to select a category. It's a web folio. And here are all the portfolios that I have made. If you have more than one, make sure you have selected the correct one. Add file. Now I have attached my folio. Save and return. So I'm done, right? No, the system is yelling at me again. Don't forget to submit status work in progress. I need to submit my work. So I have to go to the folio. I have to attach, add, save, and now I have to submit my work by clicking on this orange button. Once you submit, you are good to go. I should be able to see your folio as long as you have provided me with the password, if you have password protected it.